Hello everybody, P-Tump here, and I am going to take you guys for a lap around Singapore. And first off, we'll start with the track guide. So first things first, opening up the lap, you'll be approaching this corner, flat out, 6th gear, avoid the inside curve, avoid the outside curve, and take a bit of a wide line without running over this outside curve to open up the lap. It just gains you a couple thousandths of a second because it gives you the best possible exit on the run to turn 1. And then as you approach turn 1, you want to be as far to the right as possible. Left-hand tire over the white line, braking at the black box I just passed. And then you want to turn in, cut this corner as much as possible without getting track limits like I did there. And then through here, using as much of this curve as possible to open up this left-hander, which you want to get close to the apex, but do not touch the curb. It'll unsettle the car and it will affect your exits, which is very crucial because it's a bit of a long straight up into the run to the next corner, right-hander. And there's two ways you can approach this one. Obviously bring the car all the way over to the left-hand side. You can either cut the corner and go over the curbs like you do in turn 1, or you can take this line, turn in a bit later, carry a bit less minimum speed, but you can get on the power earlier and get a straighter exit. And obviously down this straight, using the DRS as soon as you can, minimizing the distance of the straights. And then going to the next corner, you're braking just after the 100-meter board, obviously using all the track width. Turning in, you can clip that curb. I recommend not doing that. It'll unsettle your car. And then using all that curb on the right-hand side for the exit, bringing you back over to the left, braking just before that black box, turning in, and trying to get the car as straight as possible for this exit. One of the trends with this lap is that the rear end likes to go away from you very easily, so you have to be careful about that. And then through here, turning in, avoid this curb. Again, it's one of those curbs that will negatively affect your exit. Use as much of the room on exit as possible. Try not to hit the wall though. 1, it can give you damage, and 2, it'll hurt your run down the straight. Through here, tricky but also very satisfying corner. You turn in as early as you can, cut the corner, let the car run out a bit, bring it back in towards this wall, and then you go over here, cut this curve, carry as much speed as you can. You'll end up over here naturally, but you want to avoid this curve, so you go around it. Traction is a big limitation there, so you have to get it right. And then through here, bring the car all the way to the right, brake in a straight line. You can use the brake bias to get a bit of extra rotation, and then get the car a bit straighter on the exit. And then usually because you're in 3rd gear, the car bogs down slightly, so you can just hammer the throttle on the exit and you have no issues with traction there. And then down this straight, braking around the 100-meter board, turning in as you get to the curb, avoiding that apex curve, letting the car run out, making sure you don't go over this white line, but obviously open it up as much as possible just so you can get on the throttle a bit earlier. And then through here, I tend to take a slightly wider line through here just because the curbing, they're not curbing, but the bumps in the road are a bit more rough than towards the center. So I'll come out to the center and then bring the car over to the left, brake in a straight line. And this corner, my god, is it tricky. You can either take as much curb as possible, or like I said with turn 5, I believe, you can either go around it, and I would say that's generally the safer approach. And then through here, you want to just glide over the curb. You don't want to maul it like other corners. And through here, you go as far to the right as possible, turn in. Through here, you just want to shorten the lap as much as possible, so you can take that inside curb. Don't use the full track width. You're just adding meters to the lap. Take a short line, cross the line, and hopefully you've got pole position. Anyways, I will pass this over to my hot lap on board and the TV shots. So hopefully you guys found this informative, and until next time.